Anime storytelling remains undefeated in the fiction genre, and as such, the depiction is often 10 over 10. So, when it comes to that heart-wrenching scene where the betrayal cuts deep, we feel it. In today's video, we'll be diving into the top 10 anime betrayals that shattered our hearts. Number 10. The Promised Neverland. Isabella's True Job. From the bottom of our list, we have Isabella's true job from The Promised Neverland. This anime centers around the children of Grace Field House, living their perfect little lives. In this Promised Neverland is a mother figure named Isabella. But everything is not as it seems. You see, Isabella loves and cares for them. They're able to eat good food and have plenty of exercise, as well as time to study. But this perfect life has some chinks in its armor. The true betrayal unravels when one of them is sent off to be adopted. Emma and Norman, as they attempt to return a stuffed animal, discover the true nature of their beloved mother. They discover that Isabella is actually a human farmer, and she's been stuffing them up to be eaten by demons one day. Insane, right? As you can imagine, the betrayal cut really deep. Discovering that their brothers and sisters were not actually adopted was too much to bear. The idea that they too would become the ingredients to some demon curry one day obviously didn't sit right with them. This sparks up a little plan where they hope to escape, saving as much of their brothers and sisters as possible. The betrayal was intense. To find out that your loving mother actually sees you as one views an ingredient in the market. Harsh. And if you think that's bad, number 9, Reiner and Bertholdt, Attack on Titan. Next on our list is Reiner's and Bertholdt's betrayal in Attack on Titan. Few betrayals in anime made us feel as bad as this one did. This betrayal was one we did not see coming, even if there was a hint of it. The story centers around Eren, the main character who gets orphaned when a Titan decides to have his mom for lunch. We see his growth as he decides to kill every last Titan, joining the military and making a ton of friends, including our case study, Reiner and Bertholdt. These two fight alongside Eren, and for 2 whole seasons we cheered them on, thinking they were on our side, until they weren't. In a rather shocking revelation, we find out that Reiner is the armored Titan, and Bertholdt is the colossal total. 2 Titans that were responsible for starting the attack that killed Eren's mom. So, he did not take that lightly. This betrayal didn't just hit us hard, it was gut-wrenching. We couldn't believe it when Reiner casually confessed as though he was telling Eren that they were out of bread, leaving us, the viewers, stunned. This took the term plot twist to another level, and deserves our number 9 spot. Number 8. Archer betrays his younger self. Fate/Stay Night. Remember the promise to shock you? Well, next we have Archer's betrayal of his younger self in Fate/Stay Night. This betrayal truly sheds light on the phrase, "You're your own worst enemy." Archer's betrayal has to be one of the most messed up plot twists in anime that left fans stunned when it was revealed that Ron's servant is actually Shiro from a parallel universe. I think we all had to pick our jaws up from the floor. As a counter-guardian who must have really hated his life's choices, he made a contract to go back in time to kill his younger self, to stop that from happening. What he hoped to achieve, we'll never know. Because wouldn't that just wipe him from existence? This betrayal was one of those once-in-a-lifetime moments, and it deserves the number 8 spot on this list. Number 7. Satsuki's Betrayal, Kill la Kill. Next, we have Satsuki's Betrayal from Kill la Kill. If you don't want to be spoiled, skip to the next part. Good. Now that it's just us, did anyone else hate this anime as much as I did? Because the constant tension and drama that ended in a stalemate was nerve-wracking. But that's not what we're here to talk about. For most of the series, she is depicted as a loyal enforcer for her mother, Ragyo. And we wouldn't suspect a thing, right? Wrong. Ragyo is shown throughout the series, and we know she is a terrible mother. The betrayal was long overdue, and when we see Satsuki finally turn her sword against her mother, it becomes one of the most satisfying betrayals ever. But with a good twist. She learns of Ragyo's plan to destroy the Earth, and she refuses to stand by. She takes a stand against Ragyo publicly, after suffering physical and emotional abuse for years. Her betrayal was so well orchestrated that she could have dropped a mic and she would get a round of applause. Luckily, she didn't. She's not Deadpool, and I don't think the studio has a budget for breaking the fourth wall just yet. Number 6. Bleach, Aizen's Betrayal of the Soul Society. Up next, we have Aizen's betrayal, and no betrayalist is complete without mentioning the master manipulator of Soul Society. Perhaps one of the most calculated, shocking betrayals in anime. Aizen Sosuke, for most of the anime, is depicted as a mild-mannered captain. We later find out that he's been pulling the strings for some grand evil scheme, like a puppet master with great hair. And no betrayal is complete without faking one's own death. To which Aizen says, check. After a greatly exaggerated tale of his demise, Bro shows up back on our screens, floating in the air like some god-tier character. Aizen really said, "It's not me, it's you." His betrayal was one that took the fans by storm. Number 5. Death Note, Light Yagami. And right after, we have the king of death himself, Light Yagami. To make a list without the master of betrayal would be a disservice. Light Yagami embodies what it means to manipulate and betray everyone and everything. Sure, Misa Amane was loyal to him and willing to lay her life down for him. But how does he repay that loyalty? You guessed it. He used her as a pawn, manipulating her emotions like a master puppeteer. He doesn't even blink or think twice about it as he ruins her life. This betrayal was definitely one for the books. Get it? Number 4. Berserk, Griffith's Betrayal. Another betrayal that touched our hearts was Griffith's betrayal of the Band of Hawks. This betrayal was indeed the stuff of nightmares. Godhood. During the horrifying eclipse, he offers his comrades as a sacrifice to the demonic God Hand, transforming into the dark and twisted Femto. Insane, right? The sheer brutality of this moment makes it one of anime's most infamous betrayals. Griffith didn't just break their trust. He shattered it with a side of cosmic horror and PTSD. He probably took their oath to ride or die as a company a little too serious for comfort. Standing at number 4, one of anime's most infamous betrayals. But the next one is even more gruesome. Number 3. Naruto. Itachi's betrayal of the Uchiha. We had a betrayal that had us questioning things for a long while. It was very confusing to hate the brooding bad boy older brother of our side character. But we had to. I mean, Itachi massacred the entire Uchiha clan in one night, including his own parents. This took betrayal to another level, and of course, Sasuke vowed vengeance as he walked in on Itachi, slicing his parents like a kebab. We can't have a complete list without number 3. Itachi's massacre of the Uchiha remains an iconic betrayal. Number 2. One Piece, Kanjuro, and Akayaza 9. At our number 2, we see a betrayal so shocking that we had to give Ichiro Oda his flowers. While we had hints that there was a spy throughout the arc, from the death of Odin to their plans constantly being thwarted at every turn, the main shock factor came at the point we realized who the mole was. To Kanjuro, playing the role of their sworn friend was nothing more than that, a role. And he was dedicated to playing it perfectly. The revelation of his betrayal stunned fans all over the world. If playing a part of a mole for 20 plus years isn't impressive, I don't know what is. But no, we're not here to give him accolades. He hurt us with his betrayal. Forced to cut him down, it was an even harder thing to do for Kiku, a member of the 9, making it our number 2 on the list. Number 1. Tower of God, Rachel and Bam. Finally, at number 1, we have Rachel's betrayal of Bam. If this is a spoiler for you, you might as well move along. Now that we're all here, for Bam, there is nothing more important than climbing the tower to be with Rachel. But then, Rachel gives her thanks for all his devotion by pushing him off the platform at the last second, claiming the spotlight for herself. It's like she said there can only be one main character around here. The sheer audacity of this betrayal is astounding. This is a scene that leaves you almost screaming at your screen. And there we have it, nerds. Please leave us a comment, letting us know which anime betrayal broke your heart. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.